Hey guys, today I'm going to be covering what Paper 1 entails for IB History. Paper 1 lasts around 1 hour and it's weighted 30% for standard level and 20% for higher level students. Paper 1 is a source-based examination paper based on the prescribed subjects. Each prescribed subject consists of two specified case studies, and in each examination session, the paper will focus on one of the two case studies specified for each prescribed subjects. In the case of my class, we're going to be covering rights and protests as a prescribed subject, and we're going to be covering the case study of the civil rights movement of the United States and the apartheid in South Africa. It's composed of 4 primary or mixed sources and 4 questions. The first question is divided up into 2, part A and part B. Then you have the second, third, and fourth question. The first question tests your understanding of one of the sources. The second question will ask students to analyze the value and limitations of one of the sources. In their analysis of the value and limitations, students should refer to the origin, purpose, and content of the specified source. So you're doing an OPCVL analysis. For the third question, you will be asked to compare and contrast what 2 of the sources reveal to a historian studying the particular aspect of the prescribed subject. So again, using your historical methodology, you're going to be delving more into this. Furthermore, the fourth question is going to be asking you to evaluate and reflect upon the sources at hand. You need to draw on both the sources and their own knowledge in your evaluation of those sources. So there's going to be a question and you're going to have to use your own knowledge for that question. The other questions are based on what the source says. The fourth question is based on your previous knowledge as well. Question 1 is worth 5 marks. This question is assessing your understanding of the source. It is made up of 2 parts, a 3-mark and a 2-mark. Part A asks you to comprehend, extract, and possibly infer information. You have to write it clearly, use firstly, secondly, and thirdly to ensure that you make at least 3 separate points. And do not rely on quotations. Make sure that it's brief and that you're keeping it very concise and to the point. Part B is basically asking you for 2 clear points. If it's a visual source, make sure you refer to the details in the source to support the point that you are making. Question 2 is worth 4 marks. This question is assessing your ability to evaluate a source in terms of its value and limitations. Again, we're going to be using OPVL. Do not forget to also evaluate the content of the source. Question 3 is worth 6 marks. This asks you to compare and contrast 2 sources. You're looking for the similar themes or ideas in the 2 sources. Obviously, they're from the same subject area. There's going to be a lot of similarities. Pinpoint the most important. And then discuss both the sources together. Make sure that you're putting the sources in conversation with each other. Question 4 is worth 9 marks. This is a lot of marks. This question requires you to write a mini essay. You need to plan out a response to the question as you would do with a normal essay. Make sure you have a 3-point thesis that goes with it. However, your response needs to synthesize information in the sources with your own knowledge. You should use other sources and add to the content of the sources with your own detailed previous understanding of the content. So basically, you have to tell us the central argument of each source. Synthesize those central arguments together to come up with your own, using your own understanding. Some language tips per question. Question 1. Use the words, this source says that, first, secondly, this also says that, so you come up with the 3 points that you need for the part A. For part B, you can use language like, one message of this source is that, or this is supported by, another message of the source is. Here, you're again trying to keep it concise so you can get the points for this section. Question 2. Here you use the words origin, purpose, or content in each of your sentences to ensure that you're focused on what the question needs. Again, if you don't follow the OPCVL structure, then you're not going to get full marks for this question. Question 3. It is important that you cross-reference the sources throughout. So start by talking about both sources in your opening sentence. Make sure that your thesis combines both sources and tells us how they're connected and tell us the 3 reasons why. So here are some examples. Source A differs from source B in that source A says this while source B says this. This would be a great topic sentence. Another difference between the two sources is that while source A argues this, source B says this. So again, another fantastic topic sentences. Please use this presentation to come up with your topic sentences if you're going to be doing practice for paper 1. Question 4. Use sentence openers that might be useful for linking the information in the sources with your own knowledge. As it says in source C, supported by the information given in the sources. Source A suggests this, and this is supported by the fact that the Soviet Union at this time is doing this. Historians have argued that, and this is also a viewpoint supported in the information in source D. Again, always link the sources together with your knowledge, and this is how you're going to be succeeding with question 4. Thank you so much for listening.